Hey guys, just making a video about the final boss of Moon Lord. I just wanted to show how I set up my arena and how I fight him. I'm going to use some of the gear that drops from him, namely Terrarian and STMG, as well as the Solar Flare set. But the same strategy basically applies. It's just a little bit harder to do because you don't have the endgame gear. But the same general strategy applies. And like, instead of using SDMG, before I was using Vortex Beater, and you can beat him entirely using this, even though I'm using the melee set. It just takes a much longer time. But anyway, the concept still applies. As for the gear I'm using, Celestial Shell, Yo-Yo Bag, Worm Scarf, Avenger Emblem, which I haven't been able to upgrade yet, Ankh Shield, and Cross Necklace. Honestly, I think the most important part is this, and because I'm going to be using Terarria, and obviously Yo-Yo Bag is really important. Any melee bonuses are good, but you get a lot of melee bonuses just from melee sets. I mean, alternatively to this, before I was using this, I was using the Beetle Scale Mail Armor, which is even more defensive, which should make it even safer, so it's not too bad. Anyway, I'll just summon him. Take him in. I guess. Oh. Yeah, so basically the idea is, I made this arena like this, as you can see. The top is platform and the bottom is platform, and I have these like kind of long U-shaped things. And this might look very strange, but the idea is that when he lasers, I can quickly just drop down and hide here under the thing, but the fact that it's mostly open allows me to shoot bullets quite freely. And also I can move between these two levels really easily. Yeah, so that's why I decided to make it like this. The most difficult part, honestly, is dodging his laser, I think, because the other incidental damage you take is not really that big, and you should be able to regen and potion it off for the most part. So yeah, here we go. Get my buff off. So in the fight, I focus the eye. Because the eye is the most difficult, and now he's gonna laser. Yeah, see, I dodge underneath, go back up, just because it's easier. It doesn't really matter. I could do it anywhere, but this way it won't get caught on the platforms. I'm just ignoring his hands right now, because I want to absolutely focus his eye down. And as you can see, my life is barely going down. I haven't plotted yet. If you don't kill his hands, he doesn't get the true eyes of Cthulhu, so he doesn't really do that much damage. So what you want to do is kill his eye off. Basically, okay, now I can start doing damage to his hands because his head is almost dead. So I want to get these low first. His head is going to spawn in a second. These are really easy to kill. His hands. Okay, there we go. I mean, his hands are just a joke to kill, so... So, in this phase, once you start getting the true eyes of Cthulhu, if you're low on HP, you just run at max speed. Because then the 6 projectiles, those can't hit you, because of the angle. Also, in this situation, it's just easier for me to range him. Like this. He'll teleport on me. Okay, his core's exposed. No problem. Okay, and this phase, I find, just because you have so much stuff going on, it's just easier to use ranged. And I'm using the Glorified bullets, obviously, so I don't need any. Oops. That was a mistake. But, as you can see, it doesn't really matter. Right, and then here, I just take a little bit of damage going across and like, okay. Take a couple hits, but it's really not too much of a big deal. But you see, those things just pass under you, and of course, his other eye lasers things that go in a circle, they don't even show on your screen because they're so far this part is just, you know, easy. Just keep kiting away from him. Not too bad. Change direction, whatever. Take a hit or two. No problem. I'm basically full HP, so. There we go, and now he's down. See, so that's not too bad. I mean, obviously I'm using gear that drops from him, so it's not really a fair assessment. But the concept is exactly the same. You can do the fight in a very similar way as I just did, just kiting to the left and right, using Vortex Speeder, which you can craft obviously prior to killing him. And yeah, just make a lot of chlorophyte bullets and just keep kiting back and forth, and you know, after a couple tries, get the hang of it and probably get him down. It's not too bad. As for how long this, well, Skybridge, it's not really an arena, is, it's about, I think, 1,000 or so blocks in each direction from the middle here. I don't know. Yeah, I made it pretty big just because it gives you, you know, as much time as you like. I mean, it's okay for him to port on you, because, well, he can't really do anything to you when he ports on you. So, if you reach too far and he ports on you, it's really not a problem. And if you do that, you're guaranteed to not be hit by the True Eye of Cthulhu volley of 6 eyes. And those are the real problem in this fight, honestly. Because you're always on the bottom level here, the second part of the fight. You never have to worry about his head laser. In fact, you never even see it, because it's off screen all the time. But the only things you take damage from are the little bolts that come out, but those don't do that much damage, and the 6 big balls for all these things. So if you can avoid those, it's really no problem. As you can see at the end, I had basically full HP. So, yeah. But anyway, let's see what I got from him this time. Probably something I already have. What? Oh man. This is the first time I've gotten developer items from a bag. Holy crap. Sick. Awesome. Anyway, so I got a Star Rat. It's pretty cool. Not very useful, but I mean, whatever. As for melee weapons that you can use to fight him, I recommend Daybreak. Just because it's a lot of damage, and obviously you don't have Terrarium, that's fine. You can also use Vampire Knives, but you have to really cut away from his tentacle if you want to keep the healing up, so I don't really suggest that. I've considered trying a strat with a portal gun, but I feel like it's just a lot more work. You have to set them up. If they time out, you have to set them up again. There's a maximum distance to them, I've heard. I haven't used it much, so I don't really know, but it just seems like a lot more work. I mean, you can probably get it to work, but whatever. I mean, the strategy works just fine. So yeah, if you're having trouble with him, just, well, you try something like this, I guess. Experiment to find something that works. Also, you don't, if you have the Unicorn mount, which is not too hard to find if you're spending any time in the Hallowed, you don't need to have boots. You also don't need to have wings, which is great because it frees up these 2 slots for you to, you know, well, more damage, and more damage. And obviously Yo-Yo Bag is really important once you're using this. But yeah, I mean, this can be anything else, right? This could be a Warrior Emblem, or it could be Ranger Emblem, or, you know, something else. If you need more damage, or you can put something else like a Paladin Shield here for even more defense if you really think you need it. Anyway, or even another Celestial Stone, because these stack. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope that helps if you're having any trouble with it. Thanks. Peace.